I've always hated the stigma around people who don't want to have kids. I swear, whenever I tell people they don't want to ever have kids, I get odd looks. Cue the, oh, you'll change your mind when you get older. Or, when I was your age, I was saying the same thing. For some reason, people have this notion that people that don't want to have kids are just miserable. I really don't get why. They always say that you're depressed and regret that you don't have them. Raising kids is hard work if you want to do it right. If you want to make sure that your kid is a decent contributing member of society, you gotta put in the work. Now, I'm not saying that just because something is hard it's not worth doing per se, but raising a kid just sounds miserable. Just imagine your night's sleep at night. That will be gone due to the kid crying all night. Just imagine watching your favorite TV show, playing your favorite game, working out, or whatever your other hobbies are. Those will be cut into considerably as well. Raising a kid just takes so much time, man. I'd really just rather work out, play a video game, practice guitar, hang out with my siblings, or watch a movie. Taking care of a mini version of me? That just does not sound fulfilling in the slightest. I personally just don't like children. They are loud, annoying, they break a lot of shit. I wouldn't want one around my stuff. I pay good money for that. I appreciate my free time and all of my stuff. That's not even considering the fact that kids can end up being horrible little shits. I couldn't even imagine being a parent of a kid that is always skipping school, dealing drugs, or doing some other dumb shit that's gonna come around and bite you in the ass. It just feels like so much can go wrong when you're responsible for a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you, I lost the gene pool big time. I'm only 5'4", I have asthma, motor control issues, lots of allergies, all of my siblings have sight problems, the majority of my siblings have braces or other mouth work done, my dad has IBS, my mom is a pacemaker, and that's not to mention all the mental stuff that's going on in the family. Oh, we are one messed up family. I just don't want to bring a kid into all that. But even more than that, I have no idea what I want to do with my life. I'm 24 and still delivering pizzas because it pays way better than it should. I got a mechanical engineering technology degree, but quit my first desk job in just a few years. Finding what I want to do in my life is just so stressful. Why would I want to throw a kid into all that? It just feels like it would tie me down so significantly. What if I got a job that makes me miserable, but it pays well and has benefits and stuff? If I had a kid, I'd probably just have to suck it up and hate my life and keep that job. A kid just sounds like something that just ruins your freedom. There are so many uncertainties in life. At one point, I thought that I would always just want to live in New York. Say if I had a kid by now, I'd probably be stuck here. Having that thought of just getting up and moving somewhere else kind of makes me excited in a way, you know? The fact that they could do something like that, or just get up and travel, is so cool. There is nothing tying me down to NY, and I really want to keep it that way. Another remark that I get is this: what if you find the one? What if you find a nice woman and she wants a kid? My simple and harsh answer is this: she ain't the one, chief. If I find the right girl, I really am not opposed to getting married. However, the words, "I never want kids," has to come out of her mouth. Then hopefully she would get her tubes tied or I get my shit snipped. There's just not too much to add to this point, really. If she's the woman for me, she needs to be child-free as well. There's another argument that just makes my goddamn blood boil when people bring it up. Who will take care of you when you get older? To be real with you, when I get to that condition that I need help with my day-to-day activities, I want to die. Like, actually put a gun up to my temple and shoot me. What's even the point of living if you need so much assistance? Besides, it's not exactly uncommon for kids just to throw a parent in a home because they don't want to deal with them anymore. On top of that, there's no guarantee that they'll get visits from them either. It's a pretty bleak outlook, I won't lie, but I personally believe that when you die, you die. No heaven, no hell, it's just eternal darkness. Kinda creepy and sad to think about, but I hear people say, you don't want to die alone. I personally think that it just doesn't matter. You're dead at that point. Being with someone won't make a difference, sadly. Maybe I'm just a pessimist when it comes to this point. I try to view death in a similar way as to before I was born. You kinda can, so eternal darkness it is. Part of me thought about skipping this point altogether. Why? Because I wouldn't have a kid even if it was free. I thought it would be fun to look at the finances though. Let's say I screw up my life real bad and I still deliver pizzas when I'm 26. So in other words, no health insurance. I've looked at several sources to see how much vaginal birth costs if one doesn't have health insurance in America. I'm seeing ranges from 13 to 20K. No thank you, that's only the hospital bill too. Never mind buying food, toys, clothes, and other materials for the kid. What about saving up for their college? What about their doctors and dentist appointments? Again, no thank you. At least right now, I could eat the price theoretically, but that doesn't mean that I want to. I don't even want to go to the cost too much, because that's really not the point. It's just another thing to consider on top of everything else. If I somehow had $1 billion, I sincerely still would not have a kid. If you're watching this and thinking, well, I want a kid, then cool, good for you. If you thought it through and genuinely want a kid, then that's great. As long as you don't push your belief onto everyone else too hard, you're not the type of person that I'm mad at. The type of people that piss me off to no end are the ones that insist that everyone should have a kid. It's so weird. It's been pushed into society that we are all different, and because of that, we all have different tastes and lifestyles. We go through different stages of life differently. Wait though, you don't want a kid? Well, screw you then. I hate these people. But yeah, at 24, I still haven't changed my mind whatsoever on the topic. I just don't want kids. Stop bugging me about it, people. I'm happy that celebrities like Seth Rogen are talking about this. He said that having a kid just doesn't sound fun, and you wouldn't be able to do as many activities as he does with his wife if he did have them. I've just been snooping around the Childfree subreddit a bit, and it's ensuring to know that others feel the same way. I think that this whole it's not an obligation to have a kid, it's an option is starting to catch on. To put it simply, having a kid just doesn't sound fulfilling to me. There are plenty of hobbies that I dabble in that I value more. Whether it's my workouts, playing video games, hanging out with my siblings, practicing guitar, or making YouTube videos. It just feels like there is so much to do. I don't want to put the time or responsibilities aside into a child for that. That's not to mention work itself. I'm tired after working. Why would I want to come home and do more work? Having said that though, part of me is still annoyed that I felt the need to make a video like this. Meanwhile, the idea that having kids isn't for everyone is catching on more and more. You'll still get weird looks from a lot of people. I just hate that we feel the need to justify it. I'd rather get a dog or a cat. They seem way more fun and are a true friend. They stay cute until the end too. They are much less of a hassle. Maybe I'm just an animal person, I don't know. I felt this way for a long ass time. I remember in middle school when my health teacher told everyone to raise their hand if they wanted a kid in the future. I shit you not, I was the only student in the room who did not raise their hand. I was a little surprised, but I didn't back down. Even back then I got weird looks. Just let me not have a kid in peace, damn it.